This is the new enchanted chest in Grow a Garden, and inside of it you could get so many new objects such as the very rare ether fruit, a phoenix, or even some mystery item. Now up to this point I've already opened a few enchanted chests and I've gotten things such as emerald buds, a cardinal, and even some pyracantha. But in this video I wanted to get the very rarest of the objects and even the objects I haven't gotten such as a shroomy. So I decided I would spend the day playing Grow a Garden, racking up as many enchanted chests as possible, and at the end of the day I would open up all the chests I had, and I would hope to get the very rarest of the objects from it. Now for this video I would not be using any Robux. So to get the enchanted chest, I would have to use one of two methods. The first method would be to catch as many fairies as possible with the fairy nets I had crafted, and after I had caught a certain amount of fairies, I would go to the fairy world and hand in the caught fairies, and for every 50 caught fairies, I would get an enchanted chest as a reward. So that would be the first method I would use to get as many enchanted chests as possible. Now the other method to get enchanted chests would be to craft them. Now to craft them I would need an enchanted seed pack, an enchanted egg, a sun bulb, I would also need 6,000 fairy points, and I would have to wait 30 minutes during the crafting process. Now to get all these items necessary to craft an enchanted chest, I would also be using one of two methods. The first method would be to complete the task at the wishing well, gaining wishes and fairy points, which would give me more enchanted seed packs, enchanted eggs, and also the fairy points I needed to craft an enchanted chest. But the other method to get some of the items I needed, such as the enchanted seed pack or the enchanted egg, was to go to the fairy world and actually purchase them at the fairy seed shop and the fairy pet shop. So I love the fact that I was able to actually buy things in the fairy world. So throughout the day, those would be the two main methods I would use to get as many enchanted chests as possible. And the more enchanted chests I got, the better my odds would be of getting the rarer items. Because the shroomy was guaranteed after opening 23 chests, the ether fruit was guaranteed after opening 75, the phoenix after you opened 100, and the mystery item after you opened 125. Now obviously you could get it before opening that amount of chests, but that was the maximum amount of chests you would have to open before getting one. So I knew I would need to get lucky, especially if I wanted to get the rarer items, especially because I would not have anything close to 125 chests by the end of this video, especially without using any Robux. So I set out hoping to get as lucky as I could. Also, a side goal I had in this video is I still wanted to get the very rare cockatrice, which unfortunately I had not been lucky enough to get. Now up to this point I had gotten everything else from the enchanted egg, so I would be opening up more eggs over the course of this video hoping to get it. In fact, one of the first things I did is shortly after the fairy portal opened up, I went to the different fairy stores, I bought some more enchanted seed packs, I also bought an enchanted egg from the fairy pet shop, but I would also complete more tasks at the wishing well, accumulating a lot more wishes. Now with some of them I was able to get more enchanted seed packs. I was also able to get a lot more enchanted eggs because of the wishes. Like one wish gave me 3 more enchanted eggs. I already had 4 enchanted eggs in the garden waiting to hatch, and I had more than enough enchanted eggs to constantly be crafting more enchanted chests. Now in the meantime I caught a lot of fairies. My major strategy to catch as many fairies as possible was simply to wait right by the tree where they went out and came back, and I would wait until the fairies were coming back after mutating each of my plants to catch them right before they returned to the fairy world. And so after a bit of time I had caught 50 more fairies, which meant I had caught a total of 355 fairies. Now again, I had already caught 300 before I started making this video, so really I only had 50 new fairies to hand in. So I went to the fairy world, handed them in, and got an enchanted chest. And I opened it up immediately and got an emerald bud, which was a little disappointing, but I also had the highest chance of getting it. So of course I was still holding out hope I would get the other 3 items. But instead of opening up the enchanted chest every time I would get them, instead I decided I would save up as many of them as possible till the end of the day, and then I would open up all the ones I had got. Now once again a little bit more time went by, I caught 50 more fairies, handed them in, got another enchanted chest. One of my major goals was to get over 600 caught fairies, because it would allow me to unlock the ability to buy the Drake from the fairy pet shop. But yes, I completed more wishes, got more enchanted seed packs, some more enchanted eggs. I also got a lot more fairy points, and I would start crafting my first enchanted chest. And at this point I had more than enough materials to craft a lot of enchanted chests, but of course I would need to wait 30 minutes every time. Something that was interesting that happened while playing is that I was able to buy an elder strawberry seed from the seed shop, Now, I did already have a few in my garden, but it was nice to get another one. But yes, I spent more time catching more fairies. At this point, I had over 450, so I was able to trade in another 50 caught fairies for another enchanted chest. Also, my enchanted chest was finally done crafting, so I was able to get another one. And right after I finished crafting that enchanted chest, I already began crafting the next one. Now, eventually, the 4 enchanted eggs I had in my garden were ready to hatch. So once again, I was hoping that one of them would give me a cockatrice, because again, it was the only animal from the enchanted egg I hadn't gotten. And so I opened them, but I still got unlucky, and once again, I didn't get a cockatrice. I just got some pixies, an imp, and a glimmering sprite, which was a little disappointing, especially because I already have all of those creatures. So I placed 4 more enchanted eggs in my garden, and I would need to wait to hatch them, but I was still holding out hope for that cockatrice. So once again, I spent more time catching more fairies, crafting more chests, and eventually I had caught over 600 fairies. So because of that, I was able to unlock the Drake from the fairy pet shop. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't in stock, so I wasn't able to get it, but hey, if you want to see me get it, please like and subscribe. It might help, I don't know, maybe. And for this video, I would end up collecting a grand total of 653 fairies. And finally, it was time to open up my enchanted chest, and I had gotten 14 enchanted chests, and so I was definitely hoping I would get the 3 objects I was missing from the enchanted chest. And with the first enchanted chest I opened up, I was pretty happy. Shroomy, I'll take it, I'll take it. Okay, I got a Shroomy. But after this, I had 13 enchanted chests I was about to open, and I was hoping to get either the ether fruit or the phoenix, but again, they only had a 1% chance. Come on. Another Shroomy. Okay, not horrible. Okay, come on, come on. Another Shroomy. Come on, come on, come on. Emerald bud. Ugh. Now, I'm going to skip over me opening up a bunch of these chests because I kept getting the same things over and over again. Okay, one last one. Really? I really would have thought I would have gotten more. Come on. Last one. Now, at least I got some shroomies, but again, I was still kind of disappointed because I had collected so many enchanted chests, and I hadn't gotten a single ether fruit or a phoenix. But moving on, it was now time to hatch the 4 enchanted eggs I had in my garden, and once again, I was holding out hope for that rare cockatrice, but once again, I was also disappointed because I still would not get the cockatrice. I would only get the other animals I had already gotten. So although I definitely got a little bit out of it, the major highlight was that I got some shroomies, so that was at least something, but I am still hoping to get the very rarest of the objects from both the enchanted chest and the enchanted egg. But anyway, if you want to see more of these videos, and if you want to see me eventually get these objects, please subscribe, it really does help. And while I was editing this video, a lot of crazy stuff happened in Grow a Garden. I got to go through another admin abuse, there was also a recent update, so I definitely have some more videos coming soon, and if you want to see them, remember to subscribe, and thank you for watching.